Hello dear friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Mukesh English. Dear friends, in this video we are going to have a discussion of second semester BCom BBA generic English question paper of September October 2022 examination, Bangalore North University, BNU University, Bangalore North University question paper of September October 2022 examination, second semester BCom BBA generic English. Duration for the examination 2 hours 30 minutes and the maximum marks will be for 60. So to begin with, you have 40 marks questions from the workbook. The section A consists 40 marks questions from the workbook. Now, the first question you'll be having here, picture one image will be on a question paper and you need to go through this image and you need to think for a very catchy caption. So this question consists for 2 marks. So based on the image, I thought the caption could be like this: let's do the brainstorming. So very catchy phrase, very catchy line, or one of the 2 words which you feel that's more suitable for the given picture. So caption writing for 2 marks. Question number 2, you have to read this passage and you need to give a title. This question is for 1 mark. So for example, there's a passage about chocolate. So chocolate, there are few foods that people feel as passionate about candies or desserts. Few people crave for caramel, whipped cream, and bubble gum. Chocolate is well different. For a true chocoholic, 2 years ago, my wife and I traveled to Amazon on one of our expeditions. Our guide pointed out a cocoa tree growing wild in the jungle. I had never been one before, looking strangely alien. Dozens of yellow-green pods hung from the trunk and the stems of the tree. Our guide picked one of the hand-sized fruits, stripped off the rippled outer layer with his knife, and handed chunks of fibrous white pulp inside the fruit of a cocoa tree. So you need to go through the passage and you need to think for a very suitable title. So I thought here the title could be Amazing World of Chocolate. So writing title for 1 mark. Next, complete the sentences with a word derived from the you need to frame the sentence. You need to complete the sentence by given a word. So why don't you systematize the whole process? So from the word system to systematize. Music and television are meant for enjoy. So enjoy will become here enjoyment. So this question is from vocabulary building topic. So that is for 2 marks. Next, synonyms of the given word. That's for again 2 marks. She was glad when she heard the news. So we need to find the synonym of glad from the given options. So the option 4, happy, is the synonym of glad. They had packed costly things in the luggage. So the synonym of costly is synonym of costly is expensive. Synonym costly is expensive from the option number 2. So synonyms for 2 marks. Next, homonyms. Homonyms means same pronunciation but different meaning. So the fair, FAIR and FARE. So both have different meaning but pronunciation same, fair. So the fare for the show was too high. So here FARE means to say some sort of a price. So the fare, FARE. Jack was excited when he won the race. It is not won the race. It is the pronunciation of WON is similar to ONE. It is won, not won. He won the race. So this is for homonyms for 2 marks. Next, collocations. It was made easy for him to identify. So made easy for. Then you have to keep scoring. You have to keep scoring the points in the 4th quarter. So keep scoring. So collocations for 2 marks. Next, you need to read the passage and there will be 2 words will be given here and you need to find the meaning of those words. Identify the meanings of the following words from the passage. Meaning of the following words from the passage. So Cuisine and elaborate. Cuisine, special aspect of children. Special aspect of um, Indian culture. You can find here exploring a specific aspect of Indian culture and cuisine. So you will find the words meaning maybe here and there very much close to the word. So the meaning of cuisine from the passage we find here special aspect of culture. Then elaborate. The very next to this word we find elaborate meaning is here explanation. So this is the another way of solving the passage with the 2 marks. Then next questions, you have 6 questions will be asked from the listening skill. You need to answer the questions from listening skill, 6 questions each for 1 mark. Name any 4 barriers to listening: cultural barrier, physiological barrier, tone of voice, information overloaded. How does distraction in the mind affect listening? External distractions often come in the form of physical noise in the physical environment, but the auditory or the visual distractions are often the most easily identifiable types of external distractions. Loud or extraneous noise can inhibit effective listening, can prevent the effective listening, as we can also unnecessary or the excessive images also, they all affect the mind. This is how the mind get distracted and it affects the listening. 4 principles of listening: receiving, understanding, evaluating, and responding. Define kinesics. Kinesics or kinesics is a study of the way in which certain body movements and gestures serve as a form of non-verbal communication, where the body movements plays a very important role as far as non-verbal communication is concerned. Such studies called as the kinesics or kinesics. Then give examples for audiovisual communication like slide presentations, uh, films, television programs, corporate conferencing, live theater productions. Next, sixth question, the last question from listening skills. What is the importance of communication? Communication helps us build relationships by allowing us to share our experiences and needs and helps us connect to others. It's the essence of life, allowing us to express feelings, pass on information, and share thoughts. So we all need to communicate. Next question is here active passive voice. So 4 active passive voice we have. The police caught the thief. So the passive voice of this active voice is here. The thief was caught by the police. So object becomes subject. Caught is in the past tense. So we'll use here was. And the third form of catch is here caught and preposition by and subject by the police. Meghna was writing a poem. It's in the past continuous. A poem was being written. Please do correct. Please do correct it. Please do correct this. Answer is here. A poem was being written. It's a wrong. I have written a wrong answer. So please do correct here. Here, what should be? A poem was being written. BEING. I repeat once again. A poem was being written. BEING. Being written by Meghna. Why being written? Because the active voice is in the past continuous. So when you write in the passive voice, you need to write the be form. Was being. A poem was being. 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 Was being written by Meghna. Kindly do correct. Then Rita will take a photograph. A photograph will be taken by Rita. So whenever you have the questions by using active voice, by using this models, so passive will be. Photograph will be taken by Rita. Last question. Children like sweets. Sweets are liked by children. So friends, please do correct this answer. I repeat once again. A poem was being written. BEING. A poem was being written by Meghna. Why being? Because it's in the past continuous. So these are the 4 questions for the active and passive voice from the active and passive voice topic. I'm sorry. Next, direct indirect speech. So, and direct speech is given. Teacher, why are you looking so worried? Student, my exams are approaching. Teacher, how is your preparation? Student, I'm working hard, ma'am. So you need to convert into the indirect speech. So it's a question. So teacher asked the student why he was looking so worried. Don't say why was he looking, because when we convert into indirect speech, the question we need to convert into a sentence. So why he was, immediately next to WH word, it should be followed by the subject. Why he was looking so worried. Then student replied that his exams were approaching. So R will become here were, because the the reporting verb is in the past tense. Replied is in past tense. So R will become here, will change into were. Teacher questioned him. The teacher questioned him or asked him how his preparation was. The student replied that I am working hard. He was working hard. So these are the so the reported speech, a direct indirect speech is for 4 marks. Sorry. Let's move on to the question number 11. Now you need to create a dialogue based on the situation. So what's the situation here? There are two friends. They are they're planning to watch a movie. So you need to draft dialogues, 5 or 6 dialogues. This for 3 marks. Shikha, hi Sania, are you interested in movies? Yes, I love watching movies a lot. What about you? Do you love movies? Yes, I do. So I have decided to go to a movie today. Do you want to join me? Why not? But which movie are you going to watch? Hey, it is Salman Khan movie. It has been released a few weeks ago. Oh, I heard about that, but I'm not that much interested to watch Hindi films. Shika, it's okay, no problems. Let's watch Kannada movie. Yeah, why not? So like this, you can you can extend your dialogues and be careful in the usage of the punctuation marks. So dialogue writing based on the theme or the topic is for 3 marks. Now, question number 12 is your news report. So you need to write a news report on a bus accident, bus accident, and you can go through the following hint, like Mumbai, August 14, a serious road accident, national highway, bus collided. So this news report is for 5 marks, and remember, news report you should write in the past tense. So a terrible bus accident. A terrible bus accident was happened at the early morning yesterday. The accident took place on the accident took place on 14th August 5 a.m. At 5 a.m. The accident was happened on the road near Bangalore Mysore highway. 5 persons were seriously injured, including a child and a woman. Hearing a loud sound, local people rushed to the spot. As soon as possible, they called the ambulance. They also informed the police. Rescue operation had started with the help of local people. Injured passengers were sent to nearby hospital. Some passengers who were not much injured were released after the first aid. According to the driver, the accident was happened because of the brake failure. The eyewitness also mentioned that the bus was collided with a truck. General traffic was disrupted after the incident. Police intervened about the matter and took necessary actions or steps. They soon cleared the traffic and normalcy was restored soon. So this is how you need to describe the past incident based on the outline given, right, in the past tense, passive, possibly in the past passive form, and also give a title to the topic, title to this news report. So news report is for 5 marks. Next, the last question we have here from 40 marks questions, that's called workbook, and you have short essay for 5 marks, so you'll be having a choice. Now remember, you are not writing the 2-3 pages essay, maximum 1 page, I would say, maximum 1 page. So I have not given the answer of this essay because I feel that everybody has a different writing ability or creativity, and the answer for such questions would definitely vary from person to person. So I can just give you an idea that every passage or every essay should have three important um, segments. Number one, first and foremost, you should mention the title. Secondly, the first 2-3 lines should talk about the what are you talking about. That is called topic sentences. Then next you should start writing about the topic. Third one, that's called concluding remark, your closing remarks, your what do you want to conclude. So topic, sentence, content, and the conclusion, these are the three important segments of any paragraph writing, essay writing, or whatever piece of writing you would like to draft. So this is how short essay for one page for 5 marks, anyone you can select. So these are the questions for 40 marks from workbook. Now we are going to have a discussion of the 20 marks questions from the course book. So here you have the two categories. One is 2 marks and one is 5 marks. So you need to answer here 5 questions out of 7 questions. There are choices. You are given 7 questions out of, you need to opt only 5 questions, each for 2 marks and totally 10 marks. Question number 1. Why was the son-in-law angry with the father-in-law punished in the lesson money? Because after counting, he found 50 paisa less. So that he was very much angry. Next, in the lesson money, the gentleman's advice to the son-in-law were that either to accept dowry, even if it is 10 rupees. That what was the advice? Accept the dowry, even if it is 10 rupees less. What did the writer hate and liked in the school R.K Lakshman's cartooning? The writer liked to pay attention to the text, meaning, and moral content of the lessons. He disliked the arithmetic classes. That's a mathematics class. Then, what vision should a doctor have in the lesson cartooning? What's the vision? A normal vision and thinking habit. What does the bars refer to? It refers to the bird's pent up frustration. The birds pent up frustration, and anger at its situation in the poem The Caged Bird. Why were the walls hardened? The walls were hardened to protect human beings. And the last question, what is a contract in the poem Wall? The poet has taken a contract to demolish the walls of the buildings. So this is how out of 7 questions you need to opt only 5 questions, each for 2 marks. So these are the 10 marks questions. Now you have here 5 marks questions, and out of 4 out of 3 you need to opt only the 2 questions, each for 5 marks. So 5 marks, 2 questions in 1 page answer. Describe the meeting between the son-in-law and his wife and the wife's describe the meeting between the son-in-law and his wife and the wife's daughter. In the story Money, the story which is on dowry, the prospective son-in-law desires an amount of 1 crore rupees as dowry from the bride's father. He seeks the opinion of his elders on which option would be better for him, taking 1 crore rupees cash or taking a share in the property. So he asked his would-be father-in-law which one would be the more value, knowing that taking property would be of 10 rupees more value. So he decides to take the value of property in cash. He says, don't give me property equal to the property's value, give me the cash. So he reasons that he reasons that his wife he reasons that his wife okay he reasons that his wife would inherit the property. He also reasons that the dowry as money would belong to him. Finally, he settles the value of the property and rupees 1 crore and 10 rupees as the dowry. His father-in-law wants the satisfaction of giving money. Bride's father pays in the amount in 10 paisa coin. Coins worth 1 crore and 10 rupees are stored in bags in shade. Soon after the wedding, the son-in-law begins counting the coins. His counting goes on for 24 years. After counting for 24 years, he finds that the amount is less by 40 paisa. Later, he finds that his wife has got married to another person and he has a daughter also. He has lost one third of his life. So, most of the elders who blessed them on the wedding have passed away. Five governments have changed in the state. His daughter had completed her graduation. Her father passed away. Her father has passed away. She and her husband are working professionals. She and her husband are working professionals. Mother and daughter discuss the connections between the property and dowry. According to them, if parents have some property, daughters must get a share of it. But they are not given property, sorry, they are not given proper share. Instead, a little money in the name of dowry is given to them. The problem of dowry implies an unjust division of property and nothing else. If they divide the property equally between sons and daughters, the dowry issue would never come up. Dowry has become a practice, it has become a tradition. No one bothers about a daughter's identity. If parents stop giving dowry for the daughters, then calculations regarding are being arranged on the basis of property. If dowry is abolished, the dowry transactions would turn into property transactions. Girls who hold property will be able to get married. No property, no marriage. So therefore, the dowry problem is in reality it's a property problem, we can say. The mother agreed with daughter. Greedy people always have an obsession with the calculation of property. The mania for money cannot buy love and happiness. It cannot heal the ruptured relationships or build meaning into life. The daughter remarks that she cannot think of loving a man of property and not just a man who demands dowry. So we can say here this is how the main character, the main character in this story here, the person who demands dowry indirectly, he shows this social issue. So this story is a mirror to the dowry system. Next, explain how the writer felt encouraged by the teacher's appreciation in the story cartooning. Once, before leaving to have smoke, the teacher gave a task to draw a leaf, any leaf. This task had engaged all the students creatively. One of them drew a banana leaf which was so big it went out of the wooden frame of the slate. Another boy announced loudly, I'm going to draw an elephant instead. When the teacher arrived, they were told to queue up and show the drawings. Sometimes he twisted a boy's ear or brought the cane down on the leg of the another. Having observed the author's drawing, the teacher questioned the author if he had drawn. Later, the teacher appreciated Lakshman's piece of art and showed to the whole class and remarked, you will be the artist one day. Keep it up. Lakshman got 10 marks out of 10. The teacher was very much impressed by the perfect shape of people, leaf, and the details of the veins branching out along the midrib, which Lakshman used to see many times driven on the road under the peepal tree, and therefore, spelling error, therefore, 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 he could draw it effortlessly. This unexpected encouragement gave a birth to a new artist in Lakshman, and that was his destiny. His drawings could be seen on the floors, walls, and the doors of his house. Last question, sorry, Third question, write a note on Gandhamardhan movement. So Vandana Shiva quotes the passion of Adivasi people towards sacred soil. She mentions about Save Gandhamardhan movement as they embrace the earth while being dragged by the police from the blockade sites in the Gandhamardhan hills in Orissa, Dhanamati. A 70-year-old woman of the movement had said, "We will sacrifice our lives, but not Ganmardhan. We want to save this hill which gives us all we need." The Ganmardhan forest have not only been not only have the geographical significance, but also mythological importance. They are a source of rich plant diversity and water resources. They feed 22 perennial streams, which in turn feed major rivers such as Mahanadi. Mythologically, Hanuman gathered medicinal herb called Sanjeevani here. This forest has to be desecrated by the Bharat Aluminum Company, that's called Balco. Why? To mine for bauxite. To feed its 1 lakh tons aluminum plant at Korba in Madhya Pradesh, Balco has now moved to Orissa to begin the rape of the Gandhardhan hills. Any such mining projects have an adverse impact on the life and the livelihood of the local and the environment of the region. Therefore, in the local organization of the agitations, women's groups took an active part through picketing, processions, and public hearing. The police has failed to stop the determined protest. Now, the last question of your question paper. What are the fears of the caged bird as described in the poem Caged Bird? The caged bird has a wavering voice. He's singing of freedom, something he does not have. The idea of freedom is his dream, one he cannot achieve. So he signs about it. Therefore, therefore, sorry, there's a fear in his voice. He had never known what freedom tastes like, but hopes to have it for his own. His voice can be heard from distant places or on hills where it inspires others to dream of freedom. The caged bird doesn't sing of sadness, but of hope, inspiration, freedom. The caged bird fears all the unknowns, but also wishes to see the unknown if it really meant getting out of the cage. The free bird sang, rejoicing in its freedom. So, dear friends, this is how I have tried to answer, I have tried to solve the question paper of BNU fourth semester BCom BBA Generic English September October 2022 examination. And even the BU students also can go through the same question paper because the marking scheme, marking scheme or the pattern is very much similar. This question paper can also be considered as the practice paper for the BU students. So dear friends, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, click on like button, write in the comment box. Moreover, in the description box, I have mentioned all the lessons videos links. So thank you once again.